Hey, is that folk music that you play there? What is that? How do you call that folk music?
I think it was Studs Terkel who asked Big Bill Brunzi, did he consider his blues music to be folk music? And Big Bill says, well, never heard no horse.
Shake shoe bob shooby doo doo booby doo dow.
Bang! Hot dog!
Don't hesitate. It could be your ticket to a new tomorrow.
We got
right. The show is horse to sing. I almost feel like I'm supposed to be doing this.
Is that like the hipster thing to do?
The beatnik.
Yeah,
the beatnik poet house.
Are we pulling off the
applause.
beatnik thing?
The show is Horse to Sing None of It. My name is Ralph Litwin, and with us today is Jen Chapin. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
With her budget band, Stephan Crump. Welcome to the show, both of you. Nice to have you on.
Yeah, I make cheesy jokes about it being budget band, but actually it's just turned into a thing, this duo thing, and a lot of people really respond to it. They say they prefer it to the full band, which usually has drums and bass and guitar and keys and saxophone, but a lot of people like the toned down, naked thing.
They're both nice. I
Yeah.
enjoyed both things on the recordings.
Oh, cool.
So let's tell people a little bit about you. You've performed at the Bitter End, the Mercury Lounge, CB's Gallery, the Fez, the Living Room, Town Hall, and the Bottom Line. And you've been at the Sundance Film Festival, and you've been a supporting act for Amy Mann and Bruce Hornsby.
Mm-hmm.
I'm impressed.
Well, thanks. Yeah, those are mostly New York venues, and we're starting to get more things outside. Going on a glorious tour of the Midwest this summer, just the duo. Hot spots like Dayton, Ohio, and Flint, Michigan, and might get down to West Virginia. So it's going to be interesting.
You've been to some more glorious locations with this format, right?
Mm-hmm. Well, we actually, the Sundance Film Festival that you mentioned, that was one of the first times where we really got to dig in with the duo. It was a thing that they were marketing it as come listen to some hot new songwriters that you can afford, for the independent filmmakers, who are looking for music for their films. So that was it was a really great experience because you're used to playing in bars, smoky bars at night, and this was kind of a coffee house vibe, which you just had to compete a little with the cappuccino machine fuzz, but otherwise it was like, people were really zoning in on the music, so it was nice.
Cool. And your music has made it onto some film soundtrack, yes?
A little bit. There's a great film that was actually put together by a friend of mine called Fresh Cut Grass, and it just debuted at the Hamptons Film Fest, and he's now trying to get the rounds of more festivals and talking to distributors. And Stephan actually wrote an instrumental piece for it as well. But I wrote the Driving Off into the Sunset, the end credits song, which was a really great challenge to write something specifically for a story. It was fun. Not be too literal,
I bet. Well, let's hear some more music.
Cool. It's a song called I Could Fall in Love with You. Wide open and mine the jewels from your mind. I swear I wouldn't get too greedy. I leave riches still to find. If I could meet you all over again, but this time I didn't hide, but I revealed to you every last little part of me, laid all the games aside. I could fall in love with you. I could fall in love with you. I could fall in love with you. I could fall in love close enough to talk to you. If I could soothe your worried head, I would be so grateful if you would just let me in. I'd give you peace instead. If I could take the challenge you offer, well then I would meet you on the way. Then our worlds would dance around each other, and we'd still have so much more to say. I could fall in love with you. 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 Could be the answer to my question. And you could open up my eyes. Well, maybe someday, baby, we could happen with no compromise. I could fall in love with you. I could fall in love with you. I could fall in love. I could fall in love with you. I could fall in love with you.
Peaceful making music. It's a great sound too, very unique sound, just with the bass and the voice.
Yeah, it's kind of nice
Works.
to show up. I mean, people always say, "Where's the guitar?" But you know, it's kind of nice. There's enough guitar strumming in the world, I think.
Well, I don't know if there's quite enough guitar strumming in the world, but
Yeah, maybe
but this
you're
is
right.
nice. We should tell folks how to get in touch with you and find out about your performing schedule and where they can find out information about these recordings that you have. You have Jen Chapin, and
That has that song we just played.
that's
Back
good
and forth.
information.
Mhm.
This is a compilation that you have one song on.
It's actually the first song we played, actually, Gold.
Gee, we're covering all the bases
Yeah, we
here.
are. It doesn't usually work like that.
And this is, I can't read the title.
Jen
yet.
Chapin Live at the Bitter End.
Oh,
So it's a
nice.
live CD with a full band, and it's quite an energy. It's not quite as meditative as this scenario in here. It's a little bit, it's intense, but it's fun. It was, that's sort of my home base in New York, so we decided we should document it.
Nice home base.
Yeah, it's a good place. It has its drawbacks, but it's like it's a family. It's a family, and it's got history, which is more than a lot of clubs can say.
Sure. So folks can go to www.jenchapin.com and they'll get all that information about where you're performing next and how to get information about the discs and so forth, and links to other sites. That one disc is on another site. This one is.
And all the proceeds for that CD go to World Hunger Year.
Well, that makes a nice segue to talk. Tell us, what is World Hunger Year, and how are you involved?
World Hunger Year is a New York-based national organization that focuses on self-reliance-oriented solutions to hunger and poverty. So it's about moving from charity to change and empowering people and empowering communities. And it's a great organization to be involved with, because you've basically just hear about these great stories of what people do that otherwise you just get the bad news. And World Hunger Year is about spreading the good news and letting the good news replicate itself into more good news. So it's a great organization. And I got involved with it kind of just by birth, because my parents were active in founding it, and my dad, Harry, who was a musician as well, who many people remember for his song Cats in the Cradle. He became really involved, starting to build success in his career and feeling like, well, great, and I think some pestering from my mother. It's like, well, so, big deal, and he started to feel like he wanted to get involved with something more meaningful, and hunger struck him as just the most obnoxious thing to have in a world where it was completely unnecessary, where there's plenty of food to go around.
Really?
So that was where his focus. He was involved in a lot of other issues as well, environmental issues and political issues and human rights and things and arts. And so I grew up sort of always being connected with World Hunger Year, and just as time went on, my own interest really gravitated to the work there. So it wasn't an obligation as much as, an attraction. So it's I'm on the board there, and I've been getting more and more involved with their work.
Cool. My wife and I saw your dad in concert a couple times.
In Jersey?
In the community theater in Morristown, New Jersey, close
cool.
to here, and he was unbelievable.
Did he have his band, or is he solo?
With the band, with the viola and everything.
Mm-hmm.
It was unbelievable. He was a great performer.
He had a lot of energy.
He really projected out into the audience.
Yeah, a lot of energy. That's the tallest order to live up to, more than anything else.
Yeah. I've got an interesting statistic riding around in my head about hunger. There's a group called the World Game Institute out of Philadelphia, and they put these statistics together. For a little bit more than 50% of what Americans spend on dieting, everybody in the world could have enough to eat.
Yeah, I believe that. Well, I've heard also that about 800 million people in the world are underfed, and about 800 million people are, 800 million people are overfed. Yeah.
That's me.
Yeah.
Well, we want to tell people how to get in touch with World Hunger Year. www.worldhungeryear.org for more information. And you go there and they'll send you information, or you can, I'm sure, sign up online or any
Yeah, the
combination of
website is just, it gets better and better, so it's a useful resource for people. There's also a toll-free number, 1-800-5-HUNGRY, that for you non-internet people, who I'm always happy to meet. It's like somebody's got to resist the inevitable.
Really. How about another tune?
Great. What do we have? This is a song that, we'll say it has some political undertones, if not overtones, but we'll let it speak for itself. Another day slips away like a baby from a chair. I watch the fall. No one seems to care at all. Not at all. Another crime joins the line that stretches all the way to the sea. But I'm glad it didn't happen to me. Not to me. We are pacific It seems that life is so much easier that way. We are passive people, there's a lot that we can take. Our hearts will dry up before they break. No questions asked, just invisible lake. The riches climb dime by dime, so happy that we finally got it made. So the dollars aren't so evenly sprayed around, but maybe, yes, I'm sure they'll trickle down. We have heaven sent good intent. We cry for lonely people at the movies. We feel their pain. We storm the streets, but then it starts to rain. It begins to rain. We are passive people at the end of the day. We let the outrage melt away. It seems that life is so much easier that way. We are passive people, there's a lot that we can take. Our hearts will dry up before they break. No questions asked, just invisible lake. Ba-da-da-dee-da-ya-dum-bum, bum. Ba-ya-bum-be-ya-da-do-ya-dum-dum. Ba-da-do-dee-da-ya-dum-dum-dum. Ba-ya-bum-be-ya-da-do-ya-dum-dum. We are passive people at the end of the day. We let the outrage melt away. It seems that life is so much easier that way. We are passive people, there's a lot that we can take. Our hearts will dry up before they break. No questions asked, just invisible lake. Our hearts will dry up before they break. No questions asked, just invisible lake.
All right. This is like totally off the wall, but have you ever heard a song about Mr. Crump?
Yes.
There's a song?
The campaign song written by W.C. Handy. Mr. Crump Don't Like It.
That's the one.
Yeah. Yeah, that's my great-grandfather's first cousin, E.H. Crump, who's the political boss of Memphis, where I'm from.
No kidding.
Not when I was around, but
Yeah.
in the
Back
early
in the
early
day.
part of the last century.
Little piece of musical history.
Yeah.
We got to cover that too.
Yeah.
So I remember it's a pretty funny tune.
Apparently he was a funny guy,
Yeah.
H. Crump.
Yeah.
I think he was a character.
Cool. Well, let's see. We have, I'm subtracting backwards, about 3 minutes. So I guess it's time to do our little number. So I want to thank you.
Our closing number.
Yeah.
Cool.
Thank you for joining us on the show.
Thank you.
Best of
It's
luck
fun.
with your music and your careers. Have fun.
Cool.
Thanks for visiting.
Thanks a lot, Ralph. Well, you got the sugar, and you got to know salt, and you got a taste that can make my breath come to a halt. My appetite gets tempted every time you're around, and I thank the power
your flavors, the sweetest to me is the way you let me just